Those ICE people are in Chicago terrorizing Black Americans. So, Black people, if you thought you were safe, you are not.
A few days ago, ICE officers pulled up to Chicago, Illinois. Now, Chicago, as you know, is a sanctuary city, which means that immigrants are more protected there, but they're not invincible. If ICE comes, they still have the ability to deport you. And then they came into some apartment buildings, and allegedly there were some Black Americans that were there, and this happened.
So word on the street is that apparently Monday night, ICE infiltrated an apartment complex in Chicago and detained a bunch of African American citizens. And everybody's acting shocked. And my thing is, since the beginning of this year, you can go back. I've been making videos about ICE and immigration, and I've had countless people under my comments, African Americans like myself, saying that doesn't affect us. Yes, it does. It always has.
So allegedly, Black Americans were being detained by ICE either on purpose or on accident. And as you know, this was an opportunity for other Blacks to push racial solidarity.
Solidarity in establishing relationships with other people of color is incredibly vital in order to survive this. If we're going to win against this corrupted government, I promise you, us being separated as we are now is not going to help. There are more of them than there are of us. But if we all come together as one, we overpower them. We outnumber them. It is the old and classic divide and conquer tactic. If they see that all the minorities are divided and no longer united, they're going to take that as an opportunity to pick us off one by one.
Now, this young lady was also commenting on the issue as if it was a gotcha moment.
For every Black American that got on the internet and this app and refused to talk about what ICE was doing and what is going on in our country, because I don't really care about the Hispanic community because they don't care about us, which is BS in of itself, but that's a whole nother conversation. We told you that we would be next, right? And y'all didn't listen. And look. So this is a sign for everyone to get off their damn high horses and start caring about what is going on in your communities and in your nation. Whether or not is this happening to someone who looks like you. Simply because we are human.
Now, this lady, Amy Boakie, okay? She's a staunch liberal. She even sounds like a Caucasian young lady. But look at the last name, Boakye. This lady is a Ghanaian, and she is saying we. And I'm like, we who? Got him. No disrespect. I want my Pan-African stuff. Don't get me wrong here. But you're speaking as if you're in the Black American or hashtag FBA community, and you're not. This is not an issue for you to speak about. That's just like me being in Uganda and me trying to speak on something that's really Ugandan based. Even if I was to get Ugandan citizenship, it's not for me to be speaking about their issues. And this young lady right now, she's not in the so-called Black American community. So for her to intertwine her position on this, it only means that you're a staunch Democrat liberal and you want Black people to get back on the train with you. That's the only way that I can interpret that. But then Brother Tariq weighed in on it.
Have you guys noticed on social media, there's been a lot of the tethers talking about some stuff that has gone down in Chicago. In Chicago, the ICE had a major raid out there in Chicago. They went into basically an immigrant neighborhood and went up into an apartment complex, and they were detaining a lot of people looking for immigrants. And there were some Black people, I think many of them were immigrants too, where they were asking them for ID, and they had some detained temporarily. And the tethers are really trying to run with this, and it's something coming from the top. This is something coming from the DNC. They're starting to now attack the Black grassroots. They're running around making videos talking about, see, we told y'all they gonna start getting Black people too. Y'all thought it was just gonna be Latino immigrants. Now they detain Black Americans too.
Hold on, but wait, there's more.
Look, there have been no foundational Black Americans deported nowhere. All right? They have not deported no foundational Black Americans. These scare tactics are not working. Listen, Let's just reiterate, foundational Black Americans, we're not immigrants, we're citizens by birthright. We're the foundational class of this country. We're not an immigrant group. Deportation laws don't apply to us. Democrats and their proxies, they're really trying to blur the line between undocumented immigrants and foundational Black Americans to create fear and guilt. So they're trying to guilt us into going along with jumping out here in front of the sword to protect everybody. No, we're good. We're good.
Now, brother Tariq is saying, listen, we are actual citizens. And this is the point, the half-truths that these people are saying. Let's say, for an example, you are detained. But what happens if you are a U.S. citizen? That's right. Like, what are they going to do? And this is what these people are trying to push, their whole agendas and all of this stuff. And then Tariq talks about this.
Well, they harassing Black people now. We told y'all they're going to be harassing Black people. Man, they've been harassing Black people for centuries. Y'all not telling us anything. This is not nothing new. Foundational Black Americans, we've been under surveillance. We've had a COINTELPRO program. We've had raids. I've been raided. Dude, I've been raided. They raided my house on live television. We ain't tripping on that. Y'all ain't telling us nothing we ain't been through.
Now, Tariq says Black people are almost immune from being harassed by the police. He talks about a time where he was swatted, and I actually remember that. He was on national TV. Somebody trolled him and called the SWAT team to his house. They left. We all been pulled over by the police. I have numerous times. I've been pulled over by the police going home and had guns drawn on me. And they told me, oh, you look like somebody else. They had to come. Shout out to Mr. Robert Thompson, who's now deceased. He saw it. He went and knocked on the door. My mom came out in the middle of the night on our street, and they let me go. It was like 6 cars out there. Oh, we got the wrong person. And I never even filed charges on the cops or nothing. It was normal. This is normal, okay? This is normal stuff. So now they trying to act like, oh, see, we all gotta stick together with other groups. And the reality is that there is no solidarity with other groups, because other groups don't understand your problems. They having problems, so we having problems. These are not the same problems. U.S. citizens, even if you are detained by ICE, you're not getting deported. Where are they going to deport you to? You can't deport citizens of a country. It can't happen. Now, if people start getting deported as American citizens, now that would be different. But it's not happening. And let me tell you why.
If ICE could be weaponized against Black Americans, white people would have been doing it. Have you not seen the videos of the Karens on the blood clot phone calling the police and using the police as their personal lynch mobs and as their personal security when a Black person is not doing something that they want them to do, when a Black person is inconveniencing them, when Black people are experiencing joy, when little Black kids are having lemonade stands, when Black people are just walking down the street in neighborhoods that that have not identified themselves and showed them their freedom papers, they call the police. You do not think that they would not be calling ICE to get us deported by the mother roads if they could? Let's keep it real. If ICE could be weaponized against Black Americans to send us somewhere, these Caucasian people calling ICE on us by the droves.
Now, shout out to this young lady. She says something very important. If you can call ICE and deport Blacks back to Africa, why haven't they done it already? And this is probably the best argument that I've heard so far. I was thinking about it. I'm like, damn, that makes sense. Why? Do you know how many white people that didn't like Black, or for that matter, other Blacks? Because yes, trust me, if we knew we can get somebody deported out of the country, we would call the police. We would call ICE on their ass and get them deported. Yes, we would. Especially if they owed us money. Got him. And she makes a brilliant point. The whites would have definitely been using ICE. So again, this is disingenuous behavior, trying to scare people to go and work with a group that you can't work with. No disrespect to the Hispanic community or to any other community, but it is clear that most communities don't care about Black American issues. They said it themselves. Black people, if they don't want to support us right now, they're right. We have done nothing to support their issues. So you get nothing by standing in solidarity with a group who don't feel the same way about you. Historically, they have shown you that 40 and 50 years. This is not to say all of them are like that, but that's not our problem. We have our own issues. And to be honest, the Latinos, I'm talking about Hispanics, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, they're a larger base Colombians than us right now. They're stronger than us in economy and numbers. They don't need our help. They don't need our help. It's not our fight. If they getting deported, if they get let Bad Bunny help them. All right, Bad Bunny can help them. Let them do that. So guys, what do you think? It should put O'Shea Dude Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.